Hey, welcome back to Red Shoes Diary. I hope this finds you fat and sassy as today. I hope you've had a great week. I meant to post earlier this week, and you know how that goes. We get sidetracked, and seems like phone calls and chores we get on our mind. It's part of life, I reckon. We get so busy. And then sometimes you're just so tired, you just say, no, I'm done for the day. I'm doing nothing else. I guess that's just human nature for all of us. I had a like I said, I've been blessed. My family has with another grandchild, and they're all doing well. Him and the mom and stuff, and I'm awfully proud of that. But I got to thinking about families and stuff, and this past Sunday, one of my good friends, he's about 4 or 5 of us boys, we've been friends for half a century now. Run around, live together, type of friends that we have fuss, fought, kicked, scrapped, and everything else. Run around together, done stupid stuff together, sort of figured out women, and, well, we're still on that plan. Been through helping, we've helped carry each other's parents to the grave, family members, brothers, sisters. Been at weddings and stood with them and stood there beside them through the divorces. They all got circled back around, and we've all had kids or grandkids, some raising them, and which is part of life, family, the way we look at it. And he asked the other day, he said, he's had to open up his church that Sunday morning. He goes, I'd like for you boys to come. Because, we a lot of mischief, especially in our 20s, mid-20s and stuff. We went to where the spirits was, but they's in bottles. And, but he said, I've been to church individually, each one of you, but I'd like for all of us to get together. He sent text all us boys, and they's 5 of us really in that crew of mine, 6 in a way. And that 6th one, he couldn't. He had a communion in his own church that day. He helps with all that. And one of them said he had some family obligations, but us other 3, we went. So, we went to Sunday school, and then for the service, and walked in, and, it was a blessing to be there with, him up there. Like I said, he opened up church. He's not a pastor, but, he read from the Bible, spoke about things, and got the church opened up. Sunday schools opened up about where to go and what to do. And he was tickled to see us 3 standing back there all together. And we was all 3 tickled to see him standing up there from places and things we lived our lives before. And I did. A couple of them there, I asked forgiveness. If I had been the man I should have been back in the day, through some of their trials and tribulations, maybe we'd been more in church and done a little better. Instead, I got them a lot more in the world and into the world. Especially the way I was living at that time. And they're like, you owe us an apology. I said, well, still. But I think about that part about, there's a section in the Bible that speaks about, lots of times you have brothers that are closer than, friends who become brothers who's closer than your own family. And that lots of time rings true. I think you find these people and you just click, you merge the same thing. Sometimes with brothers and sisters, it's hard to, sometimes there's stuff going on in the family that keeps it separated. Sometimes it's just stupid stuff growing up that others don't, part of your family members don't want to forgive each other. Sometimes there's, you just, I can't think of the word, but there's a good word for it. But anyway, it's when a little jealousy and stuff, trying to prove they're better or whatever, and that keeps things separated lots of times, which is sad. It shouldn't be that way. But lots of times being brothers like that, you find you got a lot of things in common. Lots of times you're close to the same age, like us boys. We've known each other since school. Was friends at school. Now all these years later, here we are, still, brothers. That's what we call each other. These are my brothers. And I'm thankful for them, thankful for the years we run on in school and then the wild side, but more thankful now that we're all trying to go to church and live a better life and do better. Thankful that we're able to pick up the phone and say, hey, something's going on here. I need a little help. Or, pray for my family, pray for my loved ones. They're going to be a praying. And that's a special commodity in life. Lots of times they tell you if you got two or three people you can call close friends, especially if you've had them for, over 20 or 30 years. That's pretty unusual. And us boys, we're looking at half a century, around 50 years of this. And I've got other friends like that I am blessed to have after all these years. And, I have to believe a lot of it, through the good Lord, plain and simple. We was laughing because my mama clean her clocks and call us heathens pretty regular. Even threatened to whip my buddies there, my brothers there. And they knew they would stood Tucky. If Mama went to whoop them, they stood Tucky because that's just simple as it was. We grew up in the time we went to people's houses. If you did wrong, usually the parents was whip them. Then when you got home, because you acted to cut your shine at your buddy's house, and they found out, your parents going to whip you again for embarrassing shaming them that you was raised better than that, but you didn't act no better than that. I'd say there's quite a few young people could probably use that lesson. But that's up to them. I'm not their parent, nor nothing in there. But again, I'm thankful for them brothers. I hope that you have brothers and sisters like that. And I have some sisters like that. I'll thank the world of it. It's nothing I want to do. By blood, we're not kin, but they're my sisters. And I truly love them. I got blessed. I've had an incredible life, folks. I have been blessed. By blood family and by heart and soul families. Not many people's got that, but I have. And if you got it, thank the good Lord. Because He's definitely gave you a special gift to have them people in your life. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get off here. See what the rest of the day holds. I might be a little lazy. Got a little laundry needs done, so I don't know. But hopefully each and every one of you have an awesome week. Hope you get that, order you, as that little lady says, order your dessert first and eat it, then worry about whatever else you're going to get. I like what she thinks. And as always, may the good Lord take a liking to you, not too soon. Be careful out there. As always, Austin.